this is not foreign territory for Oklahoma. Oklahoma over the last few years have struggled early in the season, specifically the offensive line, getting that continuity together. So we'll see how that continues to progress. We'll see if Wanya Morris gets back. But I think the one thing, they'll be rode really hard going into this Nebraska game on Saturday. So maybe it's a blessing in disguise that they didn't play extremely well. So because the coaches will be after them. When you look at what that looks like, and so there's not a whole lot of depth there. Honestly, you've got Jake Taylor and Jacob Sexton at the tackle position that might be able to play a little bit, but you don't have as much quality depth there. Savion Byrd played a little bit in the second half, so we'll see what that looks like if there's a little bit of a shakeup on the offensive line, but it wasn't a good performance in any stretch. So certainly would give them a D or a D minus even, at how well they played. From an offensive line perspective, but yeah, like I said, it's something that we've seen from time to time out of the offensive line for Oklahoma early on, and it just for whatever reason under Bedenbaugh, it seems to take them a little bit more time to gel than in the past. I think the one good thing that you have here from Oklahoma's perspective is that you have you have a guy in Jeff Lebby that knows offensive line. So, he may need to throw his weight in there, so to speak, a little bit on the offensive line, a little bit more. In terms of injuries, there's the only one that only main one I saw was Kelvin Gilliam, late in the game. And I haven't really heard anything on any of the injuries, to be honest with you, early on here. So, it didn't look like it was too major, but we'll see how that goes. And then obviously there was not really much on the offensive side of the ball in terms of injuries that I saw.